We're with Mariah McPhee, a sophomore on the women's cross country team at Eastern. Warriors heading into the second part of their season, getting ready in a couple of weeks for the Little East meet and for the regional meet. Mariah, so far you got a young team. How are things going so far?
Good. We're strong. We're a strong team, being young.
Do you see progress of the team since like the first meet or the first preseason
Yeah,
day?
definitely. I feel like having a lot of freshmen, they're all now getting used to the team and how things work.
We'll talk about this. You came in, you were only a freshman last year, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
When you come in from high school as a freshman, is there big adjustments? Do you get overwhelmed at first, or is it pretty much just like business as usual?
Yeah, you get overwhelmed. You don't know the courses, so you eventually learn the courses. You learn the team. For training, usually they have to learn that because I'm sure it's different from high school for everyone. We run like 5 times a week with the training, and then meets usually 1 day a week.
Is the distance the same? 1 day off. Is the
Yeah.
distance the same as high school?
It's a little bit more. Yeah. We run about 40 miles a week.
And that's what, how many days? 4?
5 training, and then 1 meet, and then 1 off day.
So you run about 40 miles over a 5-day period.
Yeah.
Which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where do you guys do, a lot of people probably see you on campus running around because you run in packs, men and women.
Yep.
Talk about where do you just stay on campus when you run?
We go off campus sometimes. You go to a trail. We go to Mansfield Hollow. We do workouts there and run our course sometimes there.
Do you try and mix it up so it's not monotonous? Do you try and mix it up every time?
Yeah. We go to the track and do workouts there too. It's always different, yeah.
So when you guys, when you're training, and this year you've got a couple of weeks where you didn't have a meet. You'd have a meet, next Saturday off, then another meet. So you're basically off for 2 weeks. Does your training in that 2-week period when you don't have a race change from when you're getting ready for a race?
Yeah.
Or how does it change?
Yeah, we do more miles that week. We do more hills that week. More workouts than we would normally do if we had a meet that weekend.
And do you guys do anything other than run? I mean, that's enough, believe me, but do you guys do any other kinds of stuff?
Yeah, we do circuits, which we do burpees, push-ups, stuff like that. We sometimes go in the pool, do workouts in there, just to give us a little break from running all the time.
A variety?
Yeah.
And it's less strain on the joints when you're in the pool?
Yep. Yeah.
What kind of stuff would you do in a pool workout for cross country?
We put something around us, and it's like a rope thing, and you clip it to us, and then we just jog in the pool in place, and we do it for 30 seconds on and then 30 seconds off. So basically it's like doing it on the track, just in the pool, and staying in one spot.
Now, when you ran cross country and track in high school, did you guys do a lot of that kind of stuff, or did you do weight training and stuff, or is that different in college? I don't even know how much you do weight training for college even.
We don't do that much in college. In high school we did a little bit. It wasn't too much, but we don't do a lot.
Do you feel, as being a sophomore and you're in close to the second year, your second year is just about over, do you feel stronger as an athlete based on what you've done since your freshman year?
Yeah. You know the team, you know what the coaches are like, what the workouts that you're going to get. You definitely feel even more comfortable just around everybody because you know who is there and who's not. Even your second year, become a leader and help the younger ones, tell them what we're going to do. And
you sort of know the ropes at that point.
Yeah.
That's a good point you brought up, because you and Kelly Labanero came in, and it looked like you guys would have formed a very, very strong 1-2 punch. But then Kelly went down after the first race with an injury, and you've pretty much been out there by yourself. Did that change your approach when you didn't have Kelly to train and to race with?
Yeah. I didn't, for practices, when she wasn't there, I usually would stay with her. But then when she got hurt, I had to know what pace to do on my own. Even during meets, it was different without her.
Talk about when you go out in a race. Do you look at somebody that's in that race that's ahead of you and try and catch them, or are you just strictly running your race at your pace?
Most of the time I'm just running my race at my pace, and the coaches will give us our time at the first mile, the second mile, tell us how we're doing, because I wear a watch, but I don't look at it. I just turn it on and then shut it off when the race is over, just so I have it, but I don't look at it.
Do you feel that from your freshman year to right now, do you feel that you've improved?
Definitely, yeah. My freshman year I had the knee problem, so now I started off with that, and then once I started getting better, I was more motivated, and it definitely pushed me to do better. And this year I did a lot of training in the summer, so I'm more in shape this year than I was last year.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that, because you said the summer before your freshman year you really couldn't train too much because you had some academic stuff to deal with.
Yep.
Talk about what your training was this past summer. This
past summer I definitely did a lot more. We log it in our thing, so in Running to Win, so coach can see how many miles we're doing. And that also motivated me, because every week I could see the miles going up, and I definitely ran a lot more.
But does the coach tell you how many miles you have to run, or do you just log and say this is how many I did? She
gave us an average about what we should be doing, and everyone worked off of that and went around that.
So when you guys come in in the fall and you run your first day of training,
yep,
I'm sure the coach right away knows who trained and who didn't. You can't really hide it, right?
No. Yeah, she knows who worked and who didn't.
Do you guys have any communication over the summer? Like run with any of your teammates, anything like that?
Sometimes it's kind of hard to run with them because of the distance, but sometimes we do. We try to get everyone together and pick a spot in the middle of all of us that we can
really
run. Yeah.
You know, people talk about cross country being a very individual sport, and it is by and large, but does the team aspect come into that at all, either maybe to help you mentally, just the bonding?
Yeah, we all try to keep each other positive. And like before meets, we all talk to each other and say, we can do this. Even coach will be like, we want you guys to come in the top whatever. She'll give us a range of what we should come in, and we work off of that.
Did you guys come in with any certain, well, when you come in to start a season, is it strictly individual goals that you're looking at, or is the team enter into that at all, in terms of where you want to finish in certain races, or does that not play into it at all?
We all have our own goals. Sometimes the coach will have a team goal for us, but we all have our own goals too.
Even though you're only a sophomore, have you sort of, especially with Kelly going down and being injured, do you sort of look at yourself as a leader? Do you have to be a vocal kind of person? Is the coach pushing you to say, like, you're one of our top runners and you need to really help push the other team? Does anything like that enter into it for you?
Yeah. We also have Courtney too. She's a captain. She does a lot with the team. She keeps us all together.
Do you guys do stuff like, would you guys do anything like a bonding kind of thing?
Yeah, sometimes we'll have like a pasta dinner before the next meet to have everyone together. We all hang out outside of practice and stuff too.
Is it generally, is the team as close like in college as it was in high school? I'm taking a guess that high school they're very, very close-knit group, just because you're part of the community and stuff like that. Does it become more individual once you come to college?
A little bit. We're still close as a team, but...
Now, you said last year you didn't run indoor, but you still ran cross-country, and then you started to prepare for the outdoor season. And you have a major workload. You're an education major. You have a major workload. Probably more so than high school, I would think, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
So talk about like your typical day during the season in terms of how you manage your time, the different things that you do. Can you talk about that a little?
The main thing is you have to stay organized, keep everything together. I usually try to get work done before practice, then after I don't have a lot.
Yeah. Do you ever feel totally exhausted, like after a workout and you have a ton of work and you just feel like saying, I just feel like going to bed?
Yeah.
Do you have to get used to that pace of staying organized, doing something in the morning, going to practice, doing homework at night,
Yeah.
stuff like that?
Yep. I like staying up late. I definitely stay up late
Do you?
than I did in high school, yeah. Trying to get stuff done for the next day, studying. And practice takes about 2 hours a day, so you have to fit that in there.
Does it take that long?
Yeah, sometimes
In that range?
around that, yeah. Give or take.
Well, last question. You came in and you are an education major. Did you know you wanted to be education like in high school? And what exactly are your plans for when you get out?
Yeah, I've known my whole life I wanted to be an education major. I want to get my master's and eventually teach right away after I get out.
Great. Mariah, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.